Hey everybody, this is Jim Prusak, physical therapist and owner of the Pain PT. And today we're going to talk about something I find really fascinating, and it's really important for chronic pain. And this is the saying that what we resist persists. And this really does apply to chronic pain because most of us don't want chronic pain. I haven't found a single person who actually likes the pain they're going through, and especially when they're going through it for a really long period of time. But what we're going to talk about here today is the actual resistance that we put up against chronic pain just keeps it going. And we want to learn to practice what I call no resistance. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today and apply it to chronic pain. So you're looking here and you're going, what the heck is this? This is actually physics, and I'm going to show you how the laws of physics apply to resistance. So this is what's called Ohm's law. And if any of you figured it out before I said it, kudos to you. But this is what's called Ohm's law. It's a law of electricity. It was developed by a German physicist a long time ago. And basically what the I stands for is the amount of current, which is the amount of flow going through a wire, or let's say through a hose, or anything like that, a pipe. And it's equal to what's called the V there, which is the voltage, okay? The voltage is the amount of pressure that's going through, let's say, a hose, or the amount of pressure and force going through a wire. And it's divided by R, which is the resistance, which is what we're talking about today. So Ohm's law actually is related to the amount of flow we have going through a wire. Now, our bodies are actually electrical circuits, just like electrical wires that carry information. Our bodies are electrical in nature as well. The nerves carry information. They're actually electrical signals going through the body from the brain and from the heart. So if we look at Ohm's law and we apply it to chronic pain, what we're looking at doing is trying to lower our resistance to pain. And when we do that, we increase the flow in us. It allows things to start moving through us, right? If we have a lot of resistance to what we're feeling, to the feeling of pain in our body, we have a lot of resistance to the negative emotions that come up as well. What we're doing is we're essentially blocking those things. It's like a dam that's trying to hold back water. The more resistance we have, the more stagnant we feel, the more we hold back the natural flow in ourselves, just like a dam holds back the natural flow of water. And literally, we can say, damn it, you know? And we don't feel good when this happens, when we block the natural flow. We don't want to feel pain, so we unconsciously do this. We don't want to feel negative emotions, so we unconsciously dam it up. We unconsciously block it. But when we do that, like I said before, it creates problems in us, and it does not allow the energy and the blockages to move in and out of us. So we can also see a blockage like a kinked garden hose. When we have a kink in our hose, the water is going to back up. And what that can do is create more pressure, right? So chronic pain, when we don't want to feel it, when we want to try to block it and resist it, what happens is it creates more pressure. We actually start to feel worse, not better. And what we typically try to do unconsciously is we try to stop the pain from happening. We don't want the pain. But I'm here to tell you today, when we do that, that increases our level of resistance, which will then slow down the natural flow of energy in us, right? So we don't want to do that. We actually want to do the opposite. We want to basically have a green light for pain. So whatever pain comes through us, whatever we're feeling right now, whatever emotions we're feeling that come with pain, we want to allow those things to happen, right? We want to learn to go with the flow. And this sounds very cliche, but there's actually science behind it, like we talked about with Ohm's law. This actually works in the body. And when I'm working with people and we practice this on an experiential level, people start to feel different when they lower their resistance to chronic pain. I call it no resistance. When you can offer no resistance, then things start to flow, things start to change. It's just like a garden hose. We're letting the water flow out of it. we're undoing the kink in our hose so that the water can flow. And sometimes the water can flow quite strongly and maybe violently. When we have increases in pain, we have spikes in pain, or we're at our worst levels, that energy moving through us is really strong, really intense. It might bring up strong emotions. But as much as we can stay open to that, we can keep our resistance down and just feel it. What happens is things settle down. The river starts to get more calm. It's flowing now, but it's more peaceful, more calm. We start to feel better. But in order to do that, we need to open our garbage cans. We need to open ourselves and allow ourselves to feel all the trash and, pardon my word, all the shit that is associated with chronic pain. We've got to open our trash cans and allow whatever is there to be felt. And this includes the pain itself, the sensations of pain. It includes all the emotions that go with pain. It includes feeling all the stresses that maybe have led up to pain, things that have happened in our lives. It includes letting negative thoughts come up and go. It's everything. As long as we can lower our resistance, which is basically opening our trash can and letting this stuff move through us, that's how we get better. That's how we heal. So we know when we resist pain, what happens is it persists. And that's the saying, what we resist persists. And it's so true when it comes to pain. So we've got to learn to move away from resistance and move towards embracing pain. And when we embrace pain, that's when we start to erase pain. So it's really something we practice on an experiential level. I'm just giving you information here, but this is a way to put this into practice. And we do this here at the Pain PT by lowering the resistance in our bodies, lowering the resistance in our minds so that we can go with the flow of pain. We can allow whatever is in us and whatever we feel to move through us. We want it to be moving. We don't want it to be stuck or stagnant. So again, when we resist something, it persists. When we embrace something, we erase it. Hopefully, this shed a little bit of light in a different way. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel here. And if you have any questions, always reach out to me. You've got my information below, and we'll talk to you soon.